It is Wonderful Wednesdays. I'm your boy, Mr. Wonderful, and you are now tuned into Mr. Wonderful's Corner, where we document hip hop culture and have conversations about it. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. This episode, we want to focus on, momentum as independent artists. If you had it and lost it, how do you get it back? And if you never had it before, like, how do you get it, right? So, yeah, we're going to get into momentum, and how do we go about getting that? And again, all of this is individual, right? What's momentum for me may not be momentum for you, so I'm just going to be speaking broad and just give a couple of ways I feel artists, can go about trying to get momentum, how I'm going about trying to get momentum. So yes, sit back. It's Wonderful Wednesdays, and you are now tuned into Mr. Wonderful's Corner. And this episode, as in all of our episodes, is brought to you by VDD, right? And this episode is brought to you by our cold brew coffee, 19% on the ABV. It goes great with all your espresso, martinis, and all of those type of drinks. So yes, this is what we'll be sipping throughout the episode. It's available in a bunch of different stores in the city. So yes, VDD, and our slogan is you have to return, right, in order to go. Right, VDD. You have to return in order to go. Meaning, you gotta leave, but come hang out with us until. Right? We know you gotta leave, but come hang out with us until. So that's that. I'm me, Mr. Wonderful, and let's dive right into it, man. Before we get too deep into the momentum, today's topic, I guess we can double back about the weekend, and I hope everybody had a great weekend out there at the Jay-Z concert. A little rough on the last day, but overall beautiful experience, beautiful concert. Shout out to Go Hove, shout out to all the guests, and shout out to all of y'all for keeping it as peaceful and beautiful as possible. That was one of my biggest takeaways from the entire weekend, the amount of love, and right, just the amount of love everybody was showing each other, waiting in line, if you got stepped on, or, things of that nature. It was just a lot of love, and shout out to Go Home for bringing all that good energy, keeping up with the New York Knicks energy. So definitely shout out to Hove. First 2 days, everything pretty much went off without a hitch. Last day, y'all already know this is New York. The criminal element had to creep in. So to me, that's all that happened, right? The city said, hold on, Hove can't be the only one making bread, right? We need to make a couple of dollars too. And that's all that happened to me. The criminal element, it figured its way out, right? Dudes that got one person in the day before, now they was trying to get, 10 people in, person that came by himself the day before, now he was with 20 more people. So that's just how it go. Again, I had a beautiful time. Hove is my goat, so I enjoyed it. And some days for me was better because of the people I was with, right? But again, all days, high level hip hop at its highest level, hip hop finest, hip hop royalty was out there, and I'm just glad I got to experience it. And shout out the whole Jay-Z concert. Maybe we'll do something about that. But let's get into momentum. And for me, that was one of my ways of trying to get back into my groove, right? So sometimes when we out of our groove, you gotta go find things, people, places that inspire you, right? So a lot of my people around me, they know that was one of my biggest reasons for attending the event, on top of having fun, right? Because we still gotta have fun no matter what's happening. But I definitely got inspired watching the man, perform music that, I grew up to, that was very instrumental in my life, and something I was telling people, right, just to go back in a little bit of the whole concert. He taught us, and a lot of y'all didn't listen. See, a lot of y'all just be rapping along to Jay-Z, but y'all ain't listen. He told us no 2 days are alike except the 1st and 15th, pretty much. But a lot of y'all thought how you got in the day before was how you was gonna get in the next day. And the big homie told us, no 2 days are alike, except the 1st and 15th, pretty much. And I have seen that on numerous occasions and had to remember that line on numerous occasions, right? The way you did something today, don't think it's gonna go the same way tomorrow. And I say that to say, look, well, y'all was at the Hove concert, but y'all don't be listening, right? No 2 days are alike, except the 1st and 15th, pretty much. So yeah, that's just quick segue into people gotta start. Don't just rap along to them, listen to them, man. If you would have listened, you would have said, you know what, I got in like that yesterday. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get in like that today. No 2 days are alike, except the 1st and 15th, pretty much. But back to momentum. I went to the concert, got inspired, got motivated. Remembered my goal for this upcoming year, right, was to drop 3 projects. We're ready to drop one top of the year, April. Now it's July. It's time for us to drop the next one, right? July 23rd, we're doing a listening party at High Note Radio, 171 Avenue B. Pull up on me, come listen to the album. So that's one thing I want y'all to do, right? When you feel yourself slipping, go back to your why. Right, that was the number one thing I was able to do was go back to my why on right, why did I even attempt to jump back into the music this year? Right, it was for me to just, I want to put out music, right? I enjoy putting out music, so that's what I wanted to do. And Vietnamese, it's a I wish I could smell that chocolate. Smell that chocolate. I mean, smell that coffee. Smell that? Nice espresso, right? Nice. It's it's great. It's great neat, but tastes even greater in a martini. BDD, cold brew, coffee. That's good there. That's good. So yeah, the first thing I would say if you're trying to go get momentum, get back into your why, right? I told myself I wanted to drop 3 projects this year, and we right on track, right? The project is all recorded. We just got a mix. A couple of songs are mixed. We're hoping to have the whole thing mixed by the 23rd. But like my engineer said, right, it's great to have goals, but sometimes, they don't always, right, it's great to have goals, it's great to have deadlines, but this is the real world, right, but right, the footprint, pay attention for that. We're going to just be releasing content, music, merch, a whole beautiful thing behind that project, but right now we're trying to build some momentum for that project. So one of the things I can do, right, start getting back in front of the camera, start telling y'all about the project, right? 7 songs of goodness, 2 producers, 1 bonus track. I'm hoping get cleared, right? Shout out to my man, Superstar Dakar, and shout out to my boy, Reckless Beats, right? Again, with every project, we just want to keep getting better. Last project was a bunch of YouTube producers and maybe 1 or 2 tracks from people I knew. This time around it's 6 songs from people I know and 1 from a YouTube producer. So each project we're just hoping to get a little bit better. We're just hoping to get a little bit more organized, and we just hope to build momentum, baby. That's what we really hoping this all does. Help us build some momentum. June 23rd, we'll be playing the album live. If you're in the city, pull up on us. The flyers will be out later this week. DJ Ralphie Ralph playing that LES mix and that independent mix. Make sure you send your music to him or me. Shout out, we had Screw Manu in studio last time, and you never know who will pull up with us. But we want to keep talking about momentum, right? If you never had it, how do you get it? And if you had it and lost it, how do you get it back? To me, I don't feel like this time around I've caught my groove, right? We're attending different events. We're attending different events. We're hosting different events, and we're just trying to figure it out as best we can. But I don't feel like I've hit my groove yet. I'm hoping with each project that we drop, we just get a little bit further, right? We need more podcasters, more DJs willing to, play the music, more videographers that I can tap in with, shoot videos, shoot content. So again, that's the number one thing. That's what I did to try to get momentum. I attended the 3-day Fiesta, Jay-Z concert, watching one of the people one of my main inspirations on this music tip. It definitely got me back on focus. I definitely laughed a lot and definitely had a great time. So that's one of the ways you can try to get momentum. Going to see people that inspire you and trying to get re-inspired, right? Another thing you can try to do to get momentum is, right, remember why you doing it, right? I told myself in 2025 we're gonna drop 3 projects this year minimum, right? Going viral wasn't a part of it. Being on everybody's podcast wasn't a part of it. Now those are the things that you start wanting because you're in the game and you see a bunch of different other people going viral and things of that nature. You just gotta focus on your own growth, move at your own speed. The album is dropping next week. We're doing a listening party at High Note. Right, I could only focus on the things that I could focus on. The name of the project is called The Footprint. Definitely big inspiration was Go Hove. But this is, The Footprint is my way of doing things, using the infrastructure that I'm trying to build up, attempting to build up, right, using those different things to, amplify the movement, right? We got shots of VDD at all our events. So yeah, I want y'all to, I'm glad for everybody that's been rocking with me, keep rocking with me. I'm trying to be more consistent, more disciplined in, everything I'm doing, from sharing the music, posting shows, right, hosting them and going to them, right? So that's another thing I need to do. I need to get back outside, going to more events, right? Just starting to get back, into my groove. My confidence slipped for a bit. So when your confidence slips, right, a lot of things go with that. But yeah, man, we just had a great 3-day weekend. Right, we recording an episode of Mr. WonderFu's Corner. We did some VDD outreach. You already know I try to hit 5 stores a day, 5 businesses a day. Right, just creating brand awareness. So we have a tasting coming up at ABC Wines on July 31st from 5:30 to 7:30. We have a tasting coming up July 31st from 5:30 to 7:30 at ABC Wine. So I'll make sure I do a flyer about that. I'll make sure I keep talking about that. I think we're gonna have our creme de coconut. Right, we'll be showcasing our creme de coconut. So if you're in the Lower East Side, East Village, July 31st, we'll be at ABC Wines on 6th Street and Avenue C, and we'll be showcasing our creme de coconut. But tonight, we're brought to you by our cold brew espresso. Again, this is great for all your martinis, and it's great neat. I'm about to take a shot neat to show you can do it neat. 70% Arabica beans, all Vietnamese products, all rice-based products. A little bit cleaner, right? A little bit smoother, right? And we're available at Astor Wines and Liquors too. So if you're in the city, if you're in New York City, we're available at Astor Wines and Liquors. So give us a drink. And when you smell it, you're gonna be able to smell the Arabica beans. You can smell the Arabica beans. Smell that? Yeah. Oh, we partnered. No, that was for the chocolate. For the chocolate, we partnered with a top Vietnamese company for the chocolate that we use in our creme de cacao. So this is our cold brew coffee. I haven't been yet, but my mentor told me that Vietnam is very big. Their coffee culture is very big. So this is why we chose to go with the cold brew coffee liqueur. But let's get back into momentum and for my independent artists, right? If you had it and lost it, how do you get it back? If you never had momentum, how do you get it? I think you just gotta try to keep stacking your small wins. That's very important. If you don't celebrate your wins, right, no one else is. So that's something very important too. You know, I scream to the top of the lungs any of my performances, right? I make sure I'm in 100 DMs, 100 texts, right? I make sure I get the word out when I'm performing, because if you're not telling people you're performing, how they gonna know, right? If I don't get out and tell people about BDD, how they gonna know, right? So again, this is just me trying to get back into my groove. I haven't got behind the camera in a while, so you know, hopefully I'll start getting behind the camera again. You know, just the summer's here too, right? So just a little bit of enjoying the summer. You know, that comes into play also. But we also know we got, you know, companies and, you know, responsibilities, right? This being one of my responsibilities. So again, it's your boy Mr. WonderFu. It's WonderFu Wednesdays. I thank y'all for tuning into Mr. WonderFu's Corner, where we talk about hip hop culture and everything in between. And y'all know I cannot leave here without telling y'all, if you like ramen noodles, if you eat ramen, 70th East 1st Street, Ramen by Ra, just got voted the 36th restaurant in all of New York City. Was nominated for a James Beard Award for the ramen. So if you're in the LES, East Village, if you're coming into town, stop by Ramen by Ra, tell them Mr. WonderFu sent you, go get you a bacon, egg, and cheese ramen. I'm talking about, go get it. So shout out to Rashida Purdy, serving up some beautiful dishes over there on the ramen tip. And now you can buy from the window, right? Reservations are available on Resi, but now you can walk up to the window and get you a cup. So we hope to see you at Ramen by Ra, Slurp soon. It's your boy Mr. WonderFu. We got the album dropping June 23rd. Come out to the listening party. We'll be at the High Note. We got VDD. We're available on Astor Wines and Liquors. Slowly but surely, everything is coming together. Like I tell y'all, it may seem like I'm all over the place, but all of these things are inside of my world, right? Music, spirits, food, right? These are all under Mr. WonderFu's umbrella. Y'all know I enjoy doing the music and the loop I'm trying to create, and it's where any establishment that chooses to take on our spirits, you take on the spirits, I do an event, we get it out the door. I'm trying to create a loop. I don't want y'all to sit on the project. I don't want nobody sitting on our bottles, right? Take the product, I do an event, we sell the product, right? So that's the loop we're trying to create with VDD. That's the loop I'm trying to create with my shows. That's the loop I'm trying to create with my music. It's all under the music umbrella, right? It's all under nightlife. So again, it's your boy Mr. WonderFu. Momentum, right? How do you get it if you never had it, right? How do you get it back if you lost it? Like I said, one of the things I went to do, I went to somewhere that inspired me, right? So people, places, and things. Try to be around the people that inspire you. Try to be around the places that inspire you, right? Try to be around the things that inspired you. That's one of the ways I'm using to try to get back into my groove, and also remember why you started doing the things you're doing. I told myself November 2025 I was going to drop 3 albums. In 2026 we already dropped 1. The second one is ready to be mixed. and distribute it, and then we'll start recording the last one for the end of the year. There's a few artists I'm trying to do, albums with them. Shout out to the homie Stack Tony. We're trying to get that Stack Food project done. Shout out to my boy Dusty Reynolds. We're trying to get a project done with my boy Dusty. There's a few producers I'm trying to tap in with. Shout out Vish, shout out 8Dub. Right, so I'm still trying to, fill in the calendar, stay busy, but like we learned from, like we've been taught, don't mistake movement for productivity, right? Just because you are doing more, that don't mean more is getting done, right? Don't mistake movement for productivity. Just because you're doing more, that don't mean more is getting done, right? So until next time, again, I'll see ya next week. Stay wonderful.